thing
you.
that you're from. It's
Yeah,
you.
it's me.
No, no, it's
um,
not me. It's you.
it's
Me.
me. Yeah, that's right.
I do that
Uh,
in Portuguese, so they quite say, "Oh, is that yours?"
yeah.
And I go, "No, it's mine. It's not yours. It's mine."
That's funny.
Like yours? No,
How do you
mine. Mine.
how do you say it? How do you say it in Portuguese?
Esse seu or sua, depending if it's masculine or feminine.
Okay.
And usually it's like because I'm male, it's like no meal, meal. Esse sua caneta? No,
Yeah,
meal caneta, meal.
that's funny.
Never
Um,
yours. But it works in
okay.
English too. When
Right.
people are like, "Oh, is this your tea?" No,
Yeah.
it's not your
No,
tea.
it's
It's
not your
my
tea, it's my
tea.
tea. That's good. Also, yeah, so you're asking how the Indiana trip was. So
Hmm.
in the last 3 weeks or whatever since we last saw each other, I think when we last saw each other, was Piper on her trip in Wyoming, or had she come back from Wyoming? Or do you even recall? She went to Yellowstone. Uh,
I think she was on it. Yes.
okay, okay. So she went to Yellowstone with her dad and stepmom and brother, and then came back and was home for like less than a week, and then it was time to head out to Indiana. So we drove to Indiana. It was me and Eddie's daughter Ellie and Piper and I in the car. Plans changed sort of last minute, where Eddie and his son had to just fly to be there for a couple of the days in the middle of the trip. They couldn't do the whole drive, which ended up being fine because we learned the three of us girls are really easy road trip people. Like, I'm not getting upset at traffic. No one's getting angry. Like, we make our stops, we dilly dally,
Hmm. Well,
let the
yeah,
rest
because you
stop.
like dilly dally, and that's why.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like so. It's been a nice trip. And we all rode together back too. But so we were up there. That was basically a 10-day trip. And then
Mhm.
when we came back, Piper was home for like a weekend, and then it was time for her to go off to Critter Camp, which is the camp here at Wekiva State Park. That my coworker, her grandma, like helped start it years ago.
Mhm.
But so I Piper was very nervous for that. I was very excited for her to go because I loved summer camp. And for
Mhm.
her age group, it's only 2 nights. So it's basically like
Mhm.
one full day and like a night on each
Mhm.
side of it. Like we
Okay,
take
got it.
her,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So she was nervous and scared and whatnot, mainly to sleep away from home those nights, but she loved it. I picked her up and she started crying because she didn't want to leave. I was like, that's the perfect camp result. Like I always cried at the end of camp. It's like
Hmm.
if
That's
it's
it.
really good, yeah, if it's really good, you'll be crying to leave everyone.
Yeah.
So
Nice. So you're going to
yeah.
send her for 3 days next year.
Yeah, well, yeah. So next year she has to do the same one because we're age group. Then the
Mm.
following year she'll get to do the real full week camp groups.
Okay.
But yeah, second and third grade they do just this short little like 2.5 day thing, 2 nights. Yeah.
It's kind of like a weekend
Or
sort of
one
thing,
and a
isn't it?
half.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I brought her there like Tuesday afternoon. So she's there for like late afternoon dinner, first night, then they have the whole next day on Wednesday. And then
Hmm.
I pick her up at like 10 o'clock. So like after breakfast and some activities
Yeah.
on the next day. So yeah.
Mm.
So it didn't
Not
take
even
long for
really.
her to
Yeah.
become obsessed with it.
Yeah. And if you think about it, it's not really 2 days, is it?
It's not,
It's
yeah.
spread. It's really a whole, like say, a day and a
It,
half at most.
right, at most, yeah. But they
Yeah.
are able to cram so much into it. I mean, she came home knowing camp songs, like, and like, man, they like
Okay.
cram it all in that
Fair
time.
enough. Oh, talking of songs,
Yeah,
totally unrelated to camp and what have
sure.
you, but so when is those guys that you like to follow coming back to?
Hanson. They're coming
Yeah.
in August this year, the end of
Mhm.
August, which is going to be hot. Usually we see them at the end of October, early November, and it's still hot. It's not like
Hmm.
the real heat. Why?
Okay. And so when you go there and listen to some of their songs that you've probably heard a few 100,000 times, do
Yeah.
you all sing along, or do you
Yeah.
listen to them singing? So why bother going to go to them if they're singing, if you're all going to be
Oh,
bursting out in song, out of tune, if you can't hear them?
because we can't hear ourselves. Nobody can hear us. The speakers are loud
Uh, the
enough.
the people behind you can hear you singing out of key for sure.
Well, yeah, but they're doing it too. Everybody's doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. You might hear little bits here and there, but I'll say
Mm.
as but we still hear the guys singing for the main part, right? Like we're not out
Are you
out
sure?
singing them.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I think because you're such a fan and you know the song so well and you can hear what they should be
Yeah.
singing, do you think your brain substitute the bad noise from the crowd into something audible and by the singers that you really want it to sound
Yeah.
like?
I mean, perhaps, but what is this
Hmm.
question line of questioning coming from? Were you at a concert where people were singing poorly?
No, it just somebody made a statement. I went, that's so true. People pay all this money to go to a concert, and it's not cheap to
Yeah,
listen to somebody singing, but they're all singing along so
right,
loudly that you can't really hear the artist
right.
singing
I know, but
unless,
yeah,
but it's an age thing as well,
yeah,
because if you're older, you tend to go, let's say for people who are Hanson is what, 90s, not 80s, is it?
yeah, they're 90s. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like late
So those
90s. Yeah,
Yeah, so those that would, let's say, beginning of 80s or even 70s, if any of those are still around.
right.
Yeah. I was going to say Michael Jackson, not Michael Jackson. Who am I thinking of? Paul McCartney. If you
Oh,
were to
yeah,
go and listen to Paul McCartney, you would probably go pay to listen to him sing, even if he was singing some of the songs that
right,
you probably well know.
right,
Um, if Queen was around, probably that bad example because I think everybody
right.
would be singing to that. Um,
Well,
Annie,
like
Annie Lennox.
I saw Elton John in Las
Yeah.
Vegas in like 2014, and that
Hmm.
was very much where everybody just sitting and listening,
Hmm.
except for like right by the front row. Like there was like maybe a group
Yes.
of 10 people that were losing their minds. And I pointed to my
Hmm.
friend Claire and I was like, that's my future with Hanson. When
Yes.
everybody's
That
too
is.
old to do anything, we're gonna be
Hmm.
so insane in the front when
Yeah.
the rest of the auditorium is quiet.
Yeah.
So
So I think
yeah.
it's definitely an age thing.
So
So it's like
I
just
agree that it is an age thing. Yeah. We haven't aged out yet. And Hanson still encourages us. Like I think they like, they do the whole thing where it's like they want us to sing certain parts of the song and like we have to
mm,
sing it loud enough, blah blah blah. They make us
probably
jump.
because
They
they
make us
can't
do
hit
all
that
kinds of
high
things.
note quite. Yeah, they can't hit the high
Yeah.
notes quite so well anymore, so they
Yeah.
get you to do
So
it.
that they can take a break.
Yes, that's all it really is.
Mhm.
No, it's just curious because I thought, yeah, it's an interesting question, and I hadn't heard you talk about Hanson, and I thought
Right.
it's going to be coming up in the next week or two at
We
least.
Yeah, we were definitely getting nervous because usually we know earlier in the summer when
Mm.
their dates are going to be, and they hadn't released them yet. And so everyone in my little group was like, buzzing. We're like, oh my God, what's this mean? So finally the dates came out, and then everyone was like, oh my God, we're gonna die like in the heat. Four
Yeah.
days in August.
Well, I was going to say maybe you'll be the only one that don't get sunburn
Yeah. Well, and the
because
other
you're used to
thing,
the sun.
I know. Well, and the other thing is that we like because my friends pay attention to like message boards with other people, they were
Mm.
saying that this year it doesn't seem like everyone's gonna make it. So like we might have a smaller group, which is better for us always. Um, getting in the line and whatnot.
Yeah, it's just so that you can get another photo opportunity moment, isn't it?
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Stephanie has made
Mm.
us shirts this year that have
Mm.
pictures of our group picture with Taylor from last year. And it's on our shirts.
Ah.
So that
Mm.
when we do our group picture this year, it's the picture within the picture with
Picture within the
Taylor.
picture. It should be saying something. We need to update our t-shirts.
But Piper, I'm trying to bring Piper this year. She hasn't been since she was 4, and she wants to come.
Oh,
So I'm only
okay,
for one day. She's not coming 4 days.
right.
One
No,
day will be enough.
take her on the last day, which is the afternoon only, or it finishes early or something.
I know. Well, I would, but it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's during the
Ah,
school year. So basically I
mm,
gotta try and bring her on the Saturday, uh,
yeah,
because Friday and Monday are school and Sunday's a school night and it is like late at night. So
yeah.
gotta
And
do
is it the
Saturday.
week? Is that the weekend she's home?
It's she's actually gonna be with Dave that weekend, but I'm
Uh,
working with them to get her just for Saturday to do it.
I
Yeah.
was going to say because I hadn't realised how far away are they?
Um, let's see. Oh, I see. I'm looking at the wrong month. Um, they're only 15 minutes away from me. The problem is
Okay.
that I'm gonna be down at Disney already for Friday. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, we're figuring it out. I told him, I was like, so I'm either gonna have to pick her up really late on Friday at like 11.
Mm.
Like by the time I get out of Disney and get to Lake Mary.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
or I'm gonna have to get her really early at like 6 or something because we ride with my friend Stephanie that lives back closer to Disney. Like, so I usually just stay overnight the whole time with Stephanie and just ride with her. But I'll have to alter it a little for Piper to be involved, but it's gonna be a little tricky because I'm like,
The only thing
because I
I
also,
yeah,
yeah,
it's not only getting Piper too, it's getting Piper back out as well, isn't it? It's going to be the problem.
yes, because I need to be able to be back at the park early on Sunday. So it's like I need her there for the Saturday full day and night show, but then I need her to go back to them
Well,
between
can't
that.
couldn't they? I'm not trying to plan their day, but just thinking,
Yeah.
isn't there anything they could be doing something nearby where you can kind of drive out to, let's say, um, no, Champions Gate is going the wrong way, but
In that, yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, so
Well,
go part way, just 20 minutes up the road,
yes,
s- drop Piper with
in
you,
theory.
so you
Uh-huh.
get back quickly. They can do what they're doing during the day, and when
Right,
they're finished, because they've Piper's been to the day one,
right,
pick her
right,
up early evening before the night one, and that
right.
way,
That's true. Yeah, she wouldn't
um,
have to stay for all three concerts. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because they do
because
three
I
separate
don't know,
ones. Yeah,
yeah, first time to anything like this, and she's still only eight.
yeah.
Do you think
Yeah,
she got
it's
the
not her
stamina to
first
do
time.
the whole?
It's not,
No,
yeah, it's
but
not her
you
first
know what I
time.
mean.
But yeah,
Yeah, but
first
she's
time
more
she doesn't
energetic. She's going to get
remember.
bored. She's going to get
Yeah, yeah,
bored
yeah.
over
I mean,
anything for
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
like that.
Yeah, we came home from camp and like 2 seconds in the door, she was like, I'm bored. I was like, well, figure it out. It's like you just got home from
Yeah,
camp. I'm
yeah.
not,
Haven't even
I'm,
unpacked yet. I'm bored.
yeah, I'm not
Oh
your
my
camp
gosh.
director. Like, you're
Yeah.
gonna have to figure out your own fun.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
the thing. It's like, well, can't you replicate some of the things you did while you was on camp? No, because we don't have a field. No. What
So,
about the games? There's nobody to play hide and seek with. Yes, there is. The cats. You hide and see how long it takes
yeah.
the cat to find you.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's hard enough if you just try to seek out the cats. They'll hide for
Mm.
sure if you're chasing them. Uh
In fact, see, that's a good one, isn't it? It's like,
yeah.
okay, I got the cats here, says Mum. You go and hide,
And then
and
I'll
after
run.
20, I'll let the cats go and see how long it takes all of them to find you.
I know, you don't come out till they find you. That's funny. Well, did I was gonna ask, so with like summer camp stuff, I don't know if we've talked about it before. Does England have a summer camp like vibe? Like, does England, like the UK, really have summer camps or things that kids go away to? I mean, I know there's boarding school, but
No.
that's like general. It's
Yeah.
not summer.
Yeah, that's all year long. Whoopee. Um,
Yeah.
Summer camp. No, not when I was a kid. And I
Right,
still don't think it's much of one now like the US, because I think summer camp in the US has been something that's been around, I know, since I've been a kid at
right.
school.
That's what I say. I thought maybe it's just the
Um,
US. Yeah,
yeah, I think it's definitely a US thing. Whether they do things now because they
right.
kind of modernize and copy. but staying away and going, no, I think that's was more with, let's say, the Girl Guides and the Boy Scouts.
Okay,
They
yeah,
would do
yeah.
that sort of thing. Um, for school, if anything, maybe, I'm not saying that they do. I'm wondering if they have extra class activities at some
Hmm.
schools or something. Maybe
Right,
one school open, let's say for a week in August or something, and
right,
you can go to that. I don't know. It would just seem logical to get the kids off the streets.
right.
Because I think this is one of the things I notice in the UK compared to the US.
Hmm.
Young, yeah, it's called young people of all
Yeah,
ages, up to 20 before they get a job.
right.
There's really not a lot for things to do. So they tend to hang around in groups down the town centre,
Yeah,
causing havoc. And because they get so bored, now you get crime waves of kids
right,
dressing up and going into the supermarkets and all going to pinch, a sandwich and a Coke and all walking out and saying, you can't do nothing to touch me. You're not allowed to touch me.
right, right,
And
right.
because it's petty crime and all the rest of it, it's created a fear factor for a lot of people to go to towns in school holidays or
Oh,
because
yeah.
of the young folk, because there is
Oh, that's
nothing
funny.
for them to do apart from maybe vandalize the bus
Right.
shelter or
Oh my
break
gosh.
all the flowers off the
Right,
flower
right,
bed in the city centre or whatever it is, what
right.
young hooligans, or you wouldn't call hooligans, but what young people get bored and do and what they think is fun. Um, whether that is now say, oh, we've now got a summer camp for them or schools
Hmm.
do activities, I don't really know. I'll try and remember and ask my friends next week when we
Yeah,
call. Because they've got kids at school. What do they do at summer holidays?
yeah.
Is there things, or is it just parents have to find activities to do with the kids?
Right, right,
When I when I was at home, it was 6, 7 weeks at home for summer vacations. We may have gone away for a week or 2 weeks with the parents to maybe the beach or
right.
something.
Hmm.
But the rest of the time was playing around in the neighborhood with all the friends in the neighborhood
Yeah,
or
that's what
old,
mine was.
yeah, school friends that
Yeah,
might be near where you live.
right. Yeah, I mean, my summer camp only was a week long, so it's not like I was
Mm,
there all summer. So, but yeah, I mean, we just played around, hung out around the neighborhood. But now I feel like so many, I mean, that was my mom was a teacher, so she was at home with
mm,
us in the summers too, same schedule, so that was easy. But
mm,
like now I feel like okay, so I guess I'll say I don't know if this was a thing when I was a kid because I didn't have to be part of it, but like the day camp situations that we have
mm,
now because of working parents who in the summer were
yeah.
like, well, we need them to basically go somewhere for school hours anyway. So
Mm,
they have all these different day camps you pay for. So like we've did a sports camp thing, we do gymnastics. There's all different types of ones that can be done
mm,
but they're not overnight. So that's why she was so
yeah.
thrown by like sending her to a camp where it's overnight.
Mm,
And I'm like, no, like day camp is the weird camp. You just know day camp
yes.
first.
Yeah.
That's the weird one.
Yeah. hmm And
But
that's what I'm wondering if they have these like day camps, as you call them,
that's what I was
because
wondering if they've got that, yeah,
mm,
to take the kids to during the day now. Because I'm guessing
it's
more parents are
possible.
working. Yeah.
Yeah, it would make. That's what I said. It makes sense too. And I
Right.
remember that scenario when I was living in Orlando. Our neighbours, it's like, oh, I thought the kids were on a school holiday. Oh yeah, they're going. It's like, oh, they're going to summer camp. It's like then all of a sudden I see them in the afternoon. I thought you said they were going to summer camp. When they're going, they
Yeah.
went. No, but they're here again. Oh no, it's only for the day.
Oh, well, that's not even, yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
And then it dawned on me, it's like summer school, basically.
Basically. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just for fun stuff. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
But um yeah, well, so then like camping in general, so just thinking like
Hmm.
grown-ups camping out in like tents or campers or whatever, that's
Hmm.
obviously a big thing in the US. Is that really
Hmm.
much of a thing in the UK though? I mean, I know there's beautiful nature around, but people don't
Yeah.
necessarily like bring their camp or their tent and like sleep there, do they?
Caravans.
That's just it.
Caravans.
Caravanning. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So when I was a kid, and I think they're still around now, you have campsites with static caravans on there and you would rent it for a week.
Oh, okay.
Or like Butlins Holiday Camp, which if you know what
Hmm.
Butlins is
Hmm.
basically it's a holiday camp. It's like summer camp
Okay.
for adults.
Ooh, I want to go.
So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
not quite that good. But usually what they have is like little chalets around,
Hmm.
let's say down at a beach area. So maybe down at Daytona, you've got this camp there and you've got, let's say, 400 chalets or 200
Oh,
chalets
okay.
there.
Yeah.
And so you book in there. So you've got like your little room. Some have hotels. And
Right.
then they got kids areas where they can play in the pool and slides and football and
Right.
basketball. Then they've probably got a canteen and a restaurant where you can go and get food
Hmm.
pretty much all day long that you want. All the crap food, like burgers
Right.
and
Sure.
chips and
Yeah,
pizzas
yeah,
and all
yeah.
that.
The snack
And then
bar type
usually at
stuff.
night, yeah. And in the evening, they've probably got a ballroom where they've either got disco on for some kids or they put on entertainment
Hmm.
shows,
That's fun.
which is kind of family orientated. And
Yeah.
there's probably other activities going on as well. And then you go back to your chalet, sleep, wake up in the morning, have breakfast, and rinse and repeat.
Right.
And people go for like a week to this sort of
Interesting.
thing. That was very popular back in, let's say, the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
I think today now it's kind of a bit outdated
Yeah.
because it's low quality, low value that you pay. So you can
I
imagine
see.
that the type it's people go there because it's always let's go away. The kids are in the pool. I can drink beer all day long. I don't have to
Yeah, yeah,
work,
yeah.
and you got the scenario.
Yeah.
Um, Other than that, yeah, people will rent a caravan for a week or two, maybe by the beach or maybe by a
Right.
river or somewhere historical and take the kids there for a week.
But
Um,
it's not like they own it because they're constantly going places in it,
no,
right?
but there are some
Well,
might
some, but
have their own caravan or
not as
mo
common.
the motorhome. Not as
Hmm.
common, no. The roads are not that wide to drive caravans
Sure.
around, so a lot of people that have them know there's only limited places they can go, and it's a
Right.
bind because now you've got to find an open camp field that will allow you to pitch your own
Oh
trailer.
yeah. Right.
And then tenting, camping.
Yeah, does anybody tent?
Well,
Yeah.
with the weather at
I
the
was gonna
moment,
say,
they're
is it
probably
just too
okay.
wet? Is it just wet, too
Well,
wet and cold?
that's the thing. You just don't know. If you say, right, let's go the third week of July.
Right.
Now, at the moment, this week, it's temperatures up into, let's say, the 80s and 90s.
Hmm.
But it could be mid 70s and drizzly and grey for 4 of the days that you're there.
Right.
And that's not fun when you're in a tent
Yeah,
because there's no
yeah,
activities you can do because the ground is all sodden and muddy. And
yeah. Okay, right,
so
right.
that becomes less popular. I think
Hmm.
that sort of camping, you may be more popular, let's say in the south of France or maybe
Hmm.
Spain, where the weather is that much naturally
Okay.
warmer. But even
Hmm.
that, I think that must be a dying breed. I think people are just lazy to cook their own dinner on a campfire,
Right,
where let's
right.
go and check into a hotel because
Yeah,
hotels are
yeah,
really
yeah.
much cheaper these days.
Right, right. Yeah, because by the time you bring everything you need for a camping site, like all the supplies and the food and all, just, all the little things that you need, utensils, tin foil, whatever, like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's like you buy up so much stuff just to have, yeah. My friend Missy, she said we went camping with her one time, uh, for like her husband's 30th birthday party, and she brought like everything. They knew how to do camping. And
Hmm.
she's like, yeah, you have to bring the shit. She goes, camping isn't fun if you don't have the shit. So that's what I
Yeah.
would think of. It's like, yeah, it's not fun if
Mm.
you don't have all the stuff. Like,
Exactly. And by the time you get it all there, it's like it's a day of packing and unpacking. And it's
exactly.
like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You've just like moved
that's
your
not
home
fun.
somewhere else. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. That's the thing, isn't it? You're limited on space here, how much you can put in the car, especially you've got two kids in the back of the car and a tent and a canoe or an inflatable
Right,
dinghy
right.
and camp stove and blankets. It's
Right,
just
right.
too much to take.
It's too much.
I
Yeah.
think I've never done that. And
Mhm.
my mum wasn't into that adventurous stuff. And I never saw the benefit of it, and I think mainly the weather deterred most people. I think you have to be brave in
Yeah,
England to want to go camping.
to want to
The only
do
people
it.
that
Yeah.
go camping, yeah, the only people that do it are those who love to go to festivals.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're the only ones I ever see with a tent. Oh, you're going to a festival
Right.
this weekend? Yeah. Oh, you're not going camping for a holiday? Oh no, we're going to a festival. Like, oh, okay. It's the only people that ever seem to go
That's
camping, I think.
funny. Well, I suppose if there's a Hanson festival, I might camp out for it. I mean, I pretty much do already. They just don't let us stay overnight.
Well,
They
yeah,
don't let us
that's
bring
it.
it. They
You
don't
just
let us bring a tent.
well, I was going to say that if Disney opened up the park and allowed you to pitch it in the middle of the park, and then you walk down to the
Yeah,
stadium, you
yeah,
could.
yeah. We would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see those sort of festivals in the US, to be honest with you.
No, probably not. I feel like what probably I'm trying to think of what they were even called, but like the EDM type festivals, the electronic type music or whatever,
Mm,
I feel like has
hmm
been sort of popular, but I don't know if people are really camping out for that or they just show up. They just show up for it. I don't know. What
Yeah,
the kids,
they
I
have
don't
a
know what
couple
the
of summer
kids do
ones.
these days. That's
No,
too young. That's too
I don't.
young for me.
Well, my friend, he still goes to festivals in the same age as me, so
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, great.
yeah, he's still like a bloody hippie. Um, you go there, oh, got my hat and sort of thing, and it's like, for
Yeah,
crying
yeah.
out loud, Nick, you're as old as me, and you're just taking a tent, and oh yeah, got good music, and get some beers and some
Oh my
smokes, and
gosh.
you know,
Does
uh,
he? Yeah. Does he sleep on an air mattress? Because I know that's what like tent campers here started doing, which I felt like was cheating
mm,
in a tent. I'm like, well, then just like, I mean, it's not like
mm,
it's so cheap to have an RV or a camper, but it's just like you might
yeah.
as well just have a camper. You're not wanting to sleep on the ground anyway,
Well, true. Yeah, I
but it's
think to
just
be
too
honest with you, I think
expensive.
most of them probably have either an inflatable mattress or a little camp bed of some kind.
Right.
Don't think they actually sleep directly on the floor.
Sure, sure.
So it's either a bed or an inflatable, and probably
Right.
inflatable. I would
Okay.
have thought, is it so much easier? Well, depends. If it comes with a battery pack, you just click it, and
That's what I
now
was
you
gonna
can
say,
get
as
those
long as it
great
has
big
the air pump. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
pump.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, or you do it by hand. But now you've got those inflatable beds that inflate literally the height of a bed, haven't
Yeah,
you?
I know. Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice for
Yeah.
camping.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I need to roll over a bit more air in.
Yeah.
2 o'clock in the morning. What the going on over there?
Right.
You
That's
know?
funny. But I will say those actually, I would think that would get cold in camping though, because I don't know if you've ever slept on an air mattress when it gets cold at night, but basically there's nothing keeping your back warm. Like the air gets cold inside the mattress, and it's just like even if you're covered with blankets, the bottom, whatever's touching the bed is cold. You have to like wrap yourself up.
I had slept on one and I hadn't really noticed.
No? What kind of cold were you in? Were you in like 20-degree weather?
Well,
I mean, outside 20-degree, not inside.
no, I was inside 20 degrees because
Oh, Celsius.
when I was renting a room, it was empty and we already had the inflatable bed for
Mhm.
guests. So I had my own, said, oh, I'll just take the bed and inflate it.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, you're right. Sometimes with the air conditioning being on, at night it gets colder anyhow.
Hmm.
But I'm just thinking, I just made like a bed and yeah, I think I didn't notice the cold
You
in like
didn't
the middle
notice
of
it?
my back. Um, but yeah, I always needed the blanket. But then again, I kind of feel cold even when it's 20 odd degrees here or
Oh,
15
okay.
degrees. Um, weird that I didn't notice the bed being cold, and I'm assuming that's because the room would have been an ambient temperature, so therefore the
Right.
air inside the bed would have been pretty
It would
much
have
the
been fine.
same or 1 or 2 degrees less maybe.
Right. So my experience comes from sleeping at my parents' house, and their house is always cold in the winter, or at least to me, it's always cold. So
Right.
so I'm cold like in the ambient temperature in their house. So then
Mhm.
yeah, so
Right.
it's also cold inside the mattress.
And your air mattress, is it kind of, let's say, that high or that high?
It's one of the thick ones,
Oh,
which I
one of
feel
the high
like
ones.
almost, yeah, yeah, which I
Yeah.
feel like almost does makes it worse because I guess there's just more open space for the temperature, like to get
No,
to.
I would think it would be
Like,
better because
because I can't use any of my, like, my body temperature can't heat it up or hold any temperature to it. If I was closer to the ground, in theory, I'd have
you'd
less
have
space
more
to keep
cold.
warm.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
then look at this side. You've got the cold floor here, and you've only got three
I know.
inches there. If the cold rises at an inch and a
Right.
half, you've only got an inch and a half of your body temperature. Where
Hmm.
if you've got 2 feet of air, that
Right.
cold air doesn't rise. So theoretically,
That's
that one would
true.
never actually.
Interesting. Yep. We need a science experiment for
Yeah, there we
air
go.
mattress temperature.
We're overthinking this again, aren't we?
But so what have you been up to in the last 3 weeks? Anything,
What have I been up to? Yeah,
anything
I've
out of the
been
ordinary?
out of the ordinary. Let me think. Out of the ordinary. No, I don't think out of the ordinary. Apart from watching the World Cup,
Oh, right.
been watching England trying to get to the final,
Hmm.
um, but failed. I don't know if you
I didn't
knew
know.
much
I
about
think
that.
Eddie tried to tell me something and I didn't. Yeah. So are they not in or
Not now.
no?
No,
Okay, not
they
now.
lost in
Okay.
the semi-final to Argentina.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Got it.
which was and I've been suspecting that the final was going to, people had predicted beforehand, oh, the final was
Right.
going to be between Spain and Argentina.
Okay.
And I looked at it and I thought, well, the last one they had was Argentina won the last one
Hmm.
and against France. And I looked at some of the games and France was really playing really well and they were getting everywhere. I don't know why, but I think it's an Argentina and France final.
Oh, yeah.
But then looking at how the draw was going to go,
Right.
um, oh no, that still would have been possible. Yeah, it still would have been possible, and that's where I put. That's what it was. And there's been a lot of controversy, a lot of um, bad decisions by the referees, bad
Oh, really?
play. Oh, it hasn't been. The games themselves have been good, but
Hmm.
the referees' judgments is a really questionable. Um, and even to the so where how is it that Argentina doesn't get as many yellow cards or free kicks
Right.
compared to the other one being penalized?
Right.
Are they trying to
That's what I was gonna
manipulate
say.
the
Does it
game
feel
in a
like,
way?
yeah, does it feel like the refs are biased or they just suck
I
at
th
their job?
I think they suck at their job because of the rules or the conditions that they've been given by FIFA.
Hmm.
FIFA want, I think, are definitely manipulating
I
a
see.
lot of the scenarios. The American footballer, he got a red card, which
Hmm.
means you would miss the next game.
Oh, okay.
In the realms of FIFA's rules, you miss the next 2 games.
Oh,
Well,
geez.
the US was into the last 16, and because the
Hmm.
guy got a red card, meant he wouldn't play in the last 16.
Oh my gosh.
And now Mr. Trump has now called the president of FIFA because he got the Peace Prize from FIFA. And all of
Mhm.
a sudden, that he's now being suspended of his red card with the provision that it will last for 12 months if he doesn't get another foul in the next 12 months playing cards. Well, there are no more games within the FIFA
Sure.
relegation now until probably the next couple of years until they start doing all the qualifying.
Right.
So technically, they reversed the decision to allow him to play because the president's office is
Right.
claimed to have said,
Oh my gosh.
let him play.
What does
Now,
he what does he do to get a red card? What do you do to
he,
get
he,
that?
cre- he created a foul. So basically, he tackled the one of the guys who had the
Hmm.
football in a way that he either uh, kicked him in after the ball had left the player,
Oh,
so
okay,
therefore
yeah.
it's just like a something like
You're just,
that,
you're just
or
kicking
he
someone.
injured him. Yeah, basically you're
Yeah.
kicking somebody or sliding into somebody, you're making them fall over. Um, you might be pulling his shirt so he can't run, or So
Right.
you're impeding him from playing the game properly.
Got it.
And usually, depending on the severity of the attack, you either get a yellow card as a warning or a red card if it's really severe.
Right.
Because imagine sometimes you might be going for jumping to head the ball, and you do
Right.
that, and the
Sure.
guy's face is there, and it's
Right,
like,
right.
well, you
You didn't
didn't
know they
have
were
to
there.
do that. You could have. No, he's there. You jumped
Oh,
up.
you
You
didn't
don't
know.
have
Oh,
to
I
do
see.
that.
I see. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
there is a physical element to the game as well.
Right.
This year, I think all the refs have been allowing so many bad judgment calls go
Yeah.
through, but for certain teams,
Right.
some seem to have less and some seem to have more,
Right.
even though you look at it. So England had a
Hmm.
very similar scenario happen to them.
Oh, yeah.
The guy had kicked the went for the tackle. He had the ball, and here's the ball, which is my fist, and this is my
Hmm.
leg. And what happened is my leg rolled over the top of the ball.
Oh, yeah.
The ball is on the ground. So
Right.
where can my leg go? Nowhere. I can't bend it down or up. And
Yeah.
because now the other player's in front of me, it hits into the
Oh, yeah,
shin
yeah.
of the other guy,
Right.
or the guy runs into it. You can't work out which way it is.
Sure.
Red card sent off.
But that's an accident, correct? You're not trying to
Exactly.
slide on
Yes.
top of the ball on purpose.
Yes, exactly. And that's the decision. Say, well, hang on, how can that be a red card
Right.
when the other guy didn't get a red card and it's the same shot and he didn't get sent off? So when
Right.
Argentina had a similar tackle like that,
Right.
it wasn't a red card or it wasn't a yellow card even. But when the
It
England
was.
guy did it, he
Yeah.
had it. And that then meant he's now going to miss the next two games, of which he missed the
Right.
semi-final.
Which is how convenient.
How
Right.
convenient or inconvenient.
That's what I
And
meant. Yeah. Convenient for the other team.
yeah, and it's all been things like that. Like Argentina's been 2 goal or 1 goal down, and in the last 5 minutes they managed to play. Don't get me wrong, there are good players on the
Yeah.
team, but all of a sudden in the last 10 minutes they scored 2 goals, and it's like they've taken 90 minutes
Right.
and not got a goal, and all of a sudden this team that's been in front is doing well, and all of a sudden they managed to play tactically a little bit differently, get
Hmm.
a little bit of an advantage, and they're lucky enough to score a goal. And there is a lot of luck in football. It's not
Hmm.
all skill. It's how you manipulate you have a free kick, how you manipulate. Let's say I'm going down to the goal area to
Hmm.
score. Well, the defender's in the way. So instead of me trying to kick the ball past the defender, I kick it at his legs. Why? Because if it comes off his legs and then goes out of bounds
Hmm.
between the goal and the corner, that is a corner kick for me. That is a better
Oh,
advantage for me to go to the corner and kick the ball in
right.
as a curl. Now all the players are in front of the goal to try and get the ball into the goal
Right.
area. Where if
Okay.
I'd only tried to kick it and the goalkeeper picks it up, well, there's no more advantage for me and my team who are
Right.
attacking. Now the defense team now kicks the ball back up the field and we got to start all over again. So you see, there's
Yeah.
ways to
Yeah.
manipulate it as an advantage and a disadvantage. Probably in
Hmm.
American football in the same way. There are ways to
Probably.
do that. Same with basketball.
Right.
Basketball and I think soccer, when you think about it, man on man, chasing the same
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
of ball. One's being kicked, one's being bounced and thrown.
Right.
When you think of a foul in basketball, because the guy's kind of barges into you like
Yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Right.
pushes it off into the seats, well, is that because I'm just running down here and you're in my way and I'm trying to get the ball? Or did
Right.
I do that to get you
Shove.
off the
Yeah. Yeah.
court?
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Or like, don't they get in trouble too if they like jump up to shoot, but like someone's too far and I don't know. It's like if they're too
Uh,
rough with the way that they
yes.
jump
Hmm.
near someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all the things that have been kind of going wrong. And I know you don't follow sports that much, so I'm
Yeah.
trying to keep it in a
No, that's okay. I mean,
simplistic
this is
way.
interesting because it's like, yeah, it's I mean, it's interesting that yeah, well, so are you saying Argentina won the World Cup last time?
They won it the last time,
The
yes.
last time. Okay. And now they're
Yes.
looking like they're lining up to do it again or
They're
being
gonna
lined up
probably
to do
win
it
it
again?
again. Yes.
Okay.
And
Who
if you've ever
yeah.
followed, go ahead, you had a question.
Oh, I was just gonna say, what are the FIFA politics behind that? Like, why are they
Don't ask.
special? Oh,
Don't
okay.
ask. They have good players. They have a team a player called Messi, Lionel Messi,
Hmm. I've heard
who's
the name. Yeah.
okay, yes, very international. So this might be his last one.
Hmm.
Nobody knows if there's conspiracy or favoritism, but we do know that FIFA, the guy in charge, is making up the rules as they go along.
Hmm.
Uh, it's all for money. It's all for
Right.
publicity, for trying to attract more people. So, and he does everything basically for money and favor
Right.
else. The price of tickets at Qatar, they were like $400.
Oh, really?
Fairly
And
expensive.
yeah.
Here in the US,
Mhm.
they're $4,000.
Lovely.
You know, they have now a hydration break in the middle of the game. So normally you pay 45 minutes,
Right.
half time, which I think is 20 minutes or 30 minutes. No, not 50, I think a
Hmm.
20 minutes break or 15-minute break, and then you play the next 45 minutes. If there's extra time can be added for injuries or any fouls and free kicks
Yeah.
that you reposition, or when you have to reposition yourself after a goal, the referee has the option to add some minutes to the end of the half, that
Hmm.
half being played,
Oh,
to compensate for when there's been no ball play.
okay.
And decide, sometimes it can be 2 minutes, sometimes it can be 7 minutes.
That's weird.
Now they're playing in America on TV because of all the advertising going on.
Oh,
What happens in
hmm.
American football? You play a game of 4 quarters. So we
Yeah.
can get the advertising in, they've all of a sudden introduced a hydration break because it's so hot. We
Oh
never
my
had it
God.
in Qatar, which is a hot thing played in the summer, but also not all the stadiums, but a lot of the stadiums are climate controlled, like
Right.
Atlanta.
Right.
So therefore, they're not playing in hot weather.
Right.
Why do they need a hydration break when the temperature is
Right.
only like 20, like say 65 or 70
Right.
degrees?
Right. Yeah,
If it's
they've got it.
100 degrees, you can
Hmm.
understand it. No, it's for the advertising. And there's only two countries in the whole world when the hydration break comes on, which will last for 3 minutes.
Right.
So this is the thing, they don't stop the clock for the half time for the hydration
Okay.
break. It has to last for 3 minutes. 3 minutes is, doesn't that seem familiar for commercial break time in
Yeah,
American
yeah, yeah.
TV?
Yeah.
Mhm. Only 3 minutes, of
Who's the
which then they
hydration
come
break
back.
for? Is it for the
The
players
players,
or the
for the
okay, I didn't
players,
know if it was like the people in the stands too, because I'm like, isn't it
they can
part of
get it
their
anytime they want.
normal job to stay hydrated? They don't need to
Hmm.
be told to have a special break to do it.
Well, that's the thing, because if you ever see a player have a foul, he's down on the floor, like,
Yeah,
oh, my leg's broken, playing
right,
all the other players are now on the side sipping water because they're
right,
getting hydrated that way. So why do we need a special 3 minute break?
right, right.
America did that because they could buy the advertising rights,
Hmm.
and so did Brazil. All the other countries around the world
Oh,
just keep the cameras
I'll keep
live.
it regular.
And
Yeah,
then, of
yeah.
course, yeah. And then at the end of the 45 minutes, you add 3 more minutes for the hydration break, plus any extra time for the fouls or
Right,
the non-playing elements. So you either had 5 or 6 minutes.
right. And it's just like just sitting around waiting, right? There's no halftime show. There's no like no
Well, no,
entertainment while you're waiting.
but now in the final, guess what?
Hmm.
They're
Yeah.
going to have a halftime show. So they're going to have somebody like Madonna or whatever go and do
Oh
her
my goodness. Yeah,
praise.
yeah, yeah.
And it's like, but FIFA or football
That's
never have halftime
that's never
shows.
been. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's never been built into it. Think about it. You've got all these players running
Hmm.
around, full of adrenaline, got the emotion going. All of a sudden, we now got to stop.
Hmm.
In 30 minutes, all those muscles and whatever are going to start cramping up because they're now going to start cooling down. And all of a sudden, you've got to get back on the pitch and start running for another 45 minutes solid to
Right.
play the game.
Hmm.
Only in America this is happening.
Right. Oh my God.
Only in America, because
Is that where the final's gonna be? Is it gonna
in
be
New
here?
York, yeah,
Oh,
in New
okay,
York.
gotcha.
So they build stadiums for, is it MetLife Stadium in New York? You
Sure.
can't get there by public transport and you can't get there by walking. You have to use cars, or now
Oh
they've
my
probably put
gosh.
special buses on.
Sure.
Um, and then like they've told people in the hotels, don't walk to the stadium. You're not allowed to. You can't because you can't.
Why?
There's there's no sidewalk there. It's
Oh,
just roads.
oh my gosh.
It was built never for people to walk to the stadium. It was
Right.
built for people to drive to the stadium.
Okay.
The train ticket used to cost something like $7 or $10
Hmm.
from the city centre to where it is. I was going to say
Like where it normally
New
is.
Jersey, where it normally is.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it's like $130 or $170 to go.
Oh my gosh. Well, that sounds about right for us.
Yeah, but it sounds like, but I don't
But it,
mind putting prices
yeah.
up, but come on, it's from
Oh
10,
yeah.
10 times the regular price. That's
Right.
asking a lot, especially when the price of tickets are so much. They've made this
Yeah,
audience
right.
so elite that the
Hmm.
only people who go are those basically in first world countries. But you
Right.
take countries like Egypt, um, Democratic Republic of Congo,
Right.
their income level compared to an American is
Hmm.
nowhere near the same.
Right.
So for you to spend, let's say, $400, which is
Right.
the equivalent of like 2 days' work in
Right.
America, which could
Right.
be 2 days' work for somebody there.
Yeah. Right.
Where's the justification in making this open to all? It's not.
Yeah, it's very much I've noticed the ads, like I get the commercials or whatever on TV for it, where it's like trying to really promote how the sport, it brings everybody together from all these different nations. It's so cool. We all come together for this one thing.
Mhm.
Like it's
Yeah,
so,
unless you
it's so
unless you're from
cheesy.
Iran. Yeah.
Right,
Unless you're from
right.
Iran, and then
Yeah, yeah.
we
Then
penalize you. We won't let
right,
everybody. That was the other controversy, like all the people that had to try and get visas. So many, 26 countries on the ban list have not been allowed to come to America.
right.
The team could not stay in America. They had to come in, play their game, and then they had to go back to their hotel in Mexico.
I didn't know that. Jeez Louise.
Where is the justification of keeping everybody
No, that's
fair? It's like, come
insane.
on. Yeah. It's like, oh no, we can't sleep in America, but we'll let you in for the day. You play your game and then you leave again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's nuts. Yeah, help us make our money for
Uh,
the game. Like,
yeah, but we don't want you here.
right.
And these are all the little niggly things through the games that is making this seem a very ugly
Yeah,
uh game
right.
or World Cup scenario. But the play from a lot of the teams has been spectacular. It really has,
Okay,
even
that's
with the
good.
bad refereeing. There's been some really good, a lot of support from the supporters. They've been making the news, like the Scots drunk the bars dry in New York.
What? That's
Oh,
amazing.
apart from Miller Lite, nobody was drinking Miller Lite.
That's great.
Yeah. But it was like, oh, we need. Oh, I think it was Boston. Yeah, we need more beer being delivered because the Scots have drunk it all.
That's hilarious. Yeah, they're like, we didn't understand what kind of supply we needed.
No. So yeah, there's great stories like that. The
Yeah.
Norwegians, as fans, they kind of like they're Vikings, so they wear a Viking hat. They
Oh
pretend
yeah.
they're rowing a boat, and
Oh
they go,
really?
"Vroom," and they hit the drum, "Vroom," and then
Oh,
they get
that's cute.
faster and faster, and it's like, that's the sort of thing. The
Yeah.
Dutch, they all wear orange, and you see them in the street, and they're all
Hmm.
dancing to this song, and they're all moving sideways, and they all move back again, then they move this way again, and
That's funny.
they're all done. That is the art of bringing the World Cup to your
Right.
country or various countries.
Right.
What I think is really odd now, we're
Hmm.
now sharing the World Cup with multiple countries because it was Canada, USA, and Mexico.
Yeah.
The next games, which now is 100 years of football,
Uh-huh.
is going to be the first three opening games is going to be in Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay.
Okay.
Because Uruguay was the first winners of the World Cup 100 years ago.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
historic 100 years. Okay,
right.
nice. Then the rest of them is going to be held in, wait for it, Portugal,
Okay.
Spain. Okay. and Morocco.
Okay. That's really spread out too.
Hmm. Yeah,
So,
exactly.
what did it used to be? Did it used to all take place in one country?
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
this the first time it's been split up?
No, I think the last one was in Qatar, but
Okay.
no, that was the rugby. I know it's been held in France only, but generally it's only held in one country at a time.
Yeah, at a time. Yeah.
And where's the justification if you're playing different groups? Say, oh, hang on, you're going to play in that stadium there. You're 2 hours away from it.
Right.
Or hang on, you've got to get on an airplane for 4 hours and there, and then you've got a change of time zone, change of temperature zones and what have you. Now you've
Right.
got to climatize in 2 days, play your game there, spend the night, and then go back to the other part of the country, to Portugal.
Right. That's crazy.
Uh, it's just unbelievable where it's going to.
Right.
So I don't know. It's I don't know whether they're going to keep this new format. They're talking
Right.
about this year they brought in 48 countries, showing
Okay.
that the skills from, let's say, the less developed countries can still play, which made it
Hmm.
interesting. But they are thinking about maybe opening up to 64 countries. In that case, we don't need qualifications anymore. The qualifications will be the World Cup.
So, because
Anyway,
how many countries did you say it's open to right now?
48.
48. Okay. And then oh yeah, 64 is a lot more.
Hmm. Yeah. So you're going
Yeah.
to end up with an extra week worth of games, if not
Right.
10 days more, because you're going to have to
Right.
get those groups down and down and down. Or
Yeah,
there's going
yeah,
to be
yeah.
more knockouts, more knockout.
Right.
So instead of maybe the top two teams going through, it might be the top first team only goes through.
Right.
But then
Right.
it would narrow it down too quickly.
Interesting. Okay.
So don't
Um,
know.
well, I'm sorry, I have to run. I have to get Piper at a certain time today. But
Mhm.
I think next week still I think we're back to normal. Knock on wood.
Yep.
How
Hmm.
next week still good for you?
Next week's still good for me.
Okay. All right. I looked at my calendar. There's nothing
All
surprising
right.
listed.
No,
So
no, I'm
it was,
still good until a month's time when we go away for a week for Katya's birthday.
oh, right. Yes. Okay. Well, awesome. Then it was lovely to see you again.
Likewise.
All
And we'll
right.
talk a bit more about Royals next time because I know you got
Yes,
news on that too.
only some. I mean, I haven't been paying too close attention to them. I've been too busy. So I'll catch
Of
up.
course. Real
Okay.
life, not royal
Right.
life.
Yeah. All right.
Have a
Okay.
great
Sure.
weekend.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Thanks.
Cheery bye.
Bye.